Icon Radio.
This is The Vault, where we do this each and every Thursday here at Icon Radio. Your number one entertainment plug. Remember, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at Icon Radio KE. And you are streaming us on www.iconradio.co.ke. Our WhatsApp number is 0788380030. And if you're in diaspora, just hit that +254, because that's what we're representing. Right, we've got the boys back in studio.
Yeah, Kamakawa.
I'm your girl, the Afro-punk queen, aka Myra Maloba, alongside.
Oh, G-rongi. Kamakawa, tunajua tena. Sina za tabonga nikiangalia Saida kuna chakula kidogo. Naona mimi ni bag. Amna noma G-rongi kama kawa, tunajua tena John ni kuhot.
Ni kuhot manze.
Oshea gambino manze. Mr. Pinky boy so agapa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope Myra yuko around na hata
yuko lakini
everyone's showing their titles. Yeah, it's the BeatMekah, not the beat taker. Since ilikumbushwa 10 fingers in the air. Yeah. With the best rings in the air.
Oh gosh.
Wazi.
Hey G, tumekuhata. Sorry, tumekuhata.
Yonge Marina H2O maze.
Inaka more of a reunion.
By the reunion, we have traversed the country, guys. The country guys have been here, there, everywhere.
You just made me look like a ghost.
Before guys were divorced, they were
They
divorced
started
from the
calling
show.
me Casper because I was so friendly.
Listen, before we go too far, we also have a guest in studio, and I'll allow you to introduce yourself. Karibu sana.
Asante sana, mimi ni Benard hip hop love, au sio?
Kuna title ulisema before lakini unakata kusema sahihi. What is that title?
Civil servant.
Civil servant. Steve. Wait, which part of civil servancy do you do?
Oh yeah, broadcasting, information, response reporter, as well as kile mnafanya hapa sio radio host mimi KBC.
Nice.
Corporation. We took up a couple of experience there, like a decade or so. Yeah, and one of the major things ni tumeweza kukutanisha kile tulianzia kitambo G-rongi na tumeilink, so the reason tuko hapa Facebook.
Very nice.
So it waje?
The underground actually.
Zitakuja next week. Good stuff. So literally we have a trailblazer in the house. We are literally growing. When we grow up, we want to be like Benard. It's an honor to have you in studio. It's so good to have people who actually are, putting out the culture and building it in their own way. It's something that has lost meaning, but now when we have people like you coming in, it's amazing. It's an honor to have you here.
Yeah, and it's also like people who are building the culture pick up on your line, and it's like we really have to link up, like it's art. The reason why the presenter always meets the MC in the studio, it's because they are meant to meet at the point of their careers or what they do, So when we come from wherever we're coming from, it's like being a player who, like G-rongi used to play for Espanyol. Then growing up, becoming a player from 12 years, then unafika retirement 30, then you become either a coach, you decide to pick something within that line, like what now your knowledge will be like. I spent all my time doing this, but now if I'm on this level, I think I'll be applying whatever I've learned in a better way without no one telling you, but you look back because the first person, a couple of people have done that, and it's just a world that you're really not tested by, you're there to just like prove, you become a social scientist.
Right. Amazing stuff. So now in the first link, we usually take this time to rant, okay? I'm going to start with my rant. My rant is, listen, Kenya's become way too expensive. It's like we're living in Canada. Healthcare has become expensive.
London is more expensive than Canada.
What, London? Okay, fine. We are London level. We are London level of expensive. Food, by the way, let me tell you that hashtag, and I made the mistake of getting to that hashtag of lower food prices. I will never do that again, because the same people who are over there crying lower food prices are the same ones who are going to sing with their politicians, Sipangwingwi. I can't with this country.
Wait, are you calling which food prices to be lower, the KFC or
Food prices.
I'm a Mutura.
Food prices. Let me tell you, natural things.
Hata mtura imepanda.
Hata mtura imepanda. Unapotaka hivi.
Mtura ambao wanakata mara mbili. We are suffering, man.
We are suffering. It's too much. No, Mr. President is leaving.
Mr. President hakuna
za boiro. Unaona sambusa ya boiro?
Wamekula nini? Samoya dengu.
Mimi nakwanga tamu.
Now ni expensive. Myra na wajaribu kuambia.
It's become expensive. Ilikuwa bob kitambo. Sijui ni how much. I think ni 10 bob sahi.
Samosa ndio ilikuwa kifuka so mbili. Lakini
kila
sambusa ilikuwa 5 bob.
Kila kitu ni expensive. Hata kidikali ni expensive.
Yeah, everything, man. Everything.
Aya, Myra. Any jokes?
You know, baby, I'm trying to take this seriously. I love you guys over here who try to tell me sambusa versus samosa. I can't.
Sambusa ndio Jimmy anasema hapa ya.
Maze.
Hiyo ya ndengu.
Okay. All right.
Nakwambia ya cabbage kwanza.
Oh my gosh. That was my 1 minute rant.
Sambusa.
G, because you take a long time, we're going to give you a few minutes to get into yours.
Let me go international. Unajua Putin ni mchizi wangu mbaya sana.
Putin.
Putin.
Is it Putni? Is it Putni an Indian? Nimemaliza it's okay G hata. But Putni is an Indian, is not Russian.
Vladimir Putin.
So Putin, your problem.
Myra, I think we'll give everybody his ranting time, yeah?
You have yours. Go ahead. I think there's no other time. Go ahead.
Go on with Putin.
If you can't see the difference, that's your problem. I see the difference, me.
Okay. Go ahead, G.
Cool down.
So mimi naweza sema tu hivi, Ukraine inafaa igongwe hadi ishe. Hawasema madara, ni wabaya. The only problem ni MSM iko innocent now for what? For political agenda. Ukraine was on the side of the Nazis. Walikuwa saidia Hitler in time ya World War. Russia ndio waliuliwa sana na Ukrainian. Na Ukrainian they had a squad zile makiller guns za kwenda kuwawasea Russia. Ukraine wamefunga maji Crimea. And the reason even wanatakiwa huko ni kwa sababu wana deprive watu vitu. Azin alafu hata sisi tumetoka kuniambiaje wana kazi ya Afrika mpaka kurudi home. Juzi nimeona wanapiga Wahindi kwa boda. Alafu naambiwaje we need to condemn Russia but we support Ukraine. Yaani I won't lie. Siku Yesu atatokea, tutaambiwa si Yesu, tutaonyeshwa Yesu mwingine na tutamada the original Jesus. Hata Yesu hawezi kutokelezea sasa, anajua atageuziwa. Kwa sababu sasa hii media iko na power.
So there's a new Jesus and the fake Jesus who will go.
No, they will tell us the devil ndio monjezo.
Okay.
So let's get back to Ukraine and Russia.
So what I'm trying to say ni this war was about to happen. And the other thing is all because of energy and water. A lot of war in Ukraine is nothing to do with nuclear, it's water. Ukraine in a deprive Russian citizen water. So whatever naniwe wanaenda huko kufanya ni aidha unisikiza au usinisikiza. Mimi ndakuja nichukua bibi yangu kwa nyumba yako utake usitake. Si kila mtu anajua bibi yangu unakuja na certificate, lawyer, nani mpaka ule yani mnashika kila jaribu kusema. So they are going to check what's theirs. Na ukisikiza Putin what he's saying, he's talking a lot about Nazis, but ukisikia media vile iko like an invader anafanya nini, but it all depends on which side you wanna go. If you are liberal utasema Russia inafanya vibaya. The same people ndio walikuwa condemn watu Canada wanafight rights zao. Unajua juzi wamekuja katuambiaje kuhusu COVID. Actually by the way we are sorry, it's only 4 people in the category that wanakuwa affected na COVID, and now ni watu obese, watu walikuwa na underlying sickness na nini. The other healthy people you had no problem, but we had to put in one category. So mpaka watu wako like mpaka mlivalisha watoto mask. But tunajua watoto they have the best immune system. So tuko kwa culture you can't question things. Ukiambiwa kuna COVID useme tunafaa kushata. Freedom zetu zilienda long time ago.
I have to agree with you about the whole Ukraine story. I think even as we put out a statement as Icon Radio, we were saying we want our brothers and sisters freed. Let our people go. You cannot, again, it's basic human rights. Yeah. If somebody wants to leave a place that is not safe for themselves, they're supposed to be allowed to leave. You don't lock them in like they're and herd them up like they're cattle. Especially now when they are facing a war, there's also COVID, it's too much. Yeah, and they have no right to keep people within its borders. Yeah, unless the other country refuses, of which I hear Poland was okay with guys going into whatever into their country.
They crossed into
Actually,
Poland.
They were crossing into Poland.
Jim, which is more racist, Ukraine or Poland?
But you see, the thing is, Gani iko na war. Say Ukraine iko na war.
Ukraine, there is no war.
But Eastern Europe ni
What is happening? What is happening? This is one thing people need to see it clear. You know what's a war? Ukiangalia Syria unaona mabombs yanalipuka every day and people dying. Ukiangalia Russia, it's very tactical. They are bombing military facility. And don't forget, kuna sabotage. Unaweza angelisha bomb zako kwa raia bomb pala jeshi ya majournalist wakamkodhiwo inapigana na journalist si masoja kwa ground. Paka liona paka tikisai kuna masoja wamehit TikTok kwa Ukraine na kufanya sijui nini. Paka I'm like, you niggas you're supposed to be dying kuna hili na kuwapema zuku.
Okay.
Kuna vitu fulani zinafanyika.
Okay.
Unafanya madam
Okay, because TikTok.
Don't forget. They are saying kill Russian but we want peace. As in you can't send two statements at the same time. It's either peace or war.
Because
sometimes lazima kuharibike ndio kukue kupa. Ukiona kamkra kwa nyumba usingoje ikuangukie hii bomu yote ndio ujengete. Watu zipa nyumba.
Okay, because we have to go on a break. Because we have to go on a break. Before free Palestine, sour, and free all the other countries that are needing. But before we go on a break, because we have to go on a break, I have to say this: be informed. Don't follow the masses. Don't follow everything you hear. Be informed. And on that note, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Icon Radio. This is the vault as always. Not only the studio is heated up, but also the stories. It's crazy. Let me tell you, this is what happens when people unite. The stories don't end. Alafu, they're not sensical anymore. They just keep going downhill. I'm your girl, Myra Maloba. We do this each and every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 on Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug, and also the home of the Vault Cyphers, man. There's something big coming. I know I've been saying this for weeks, but it's coming now, officially. Gee, my God, I can't do you. The way now I've been told.
I need my own boat.
Yes, you're floating because you need your own boat. Now,
your own oars.
I've been told that everybody needs to vent. It's venting hour. That if we couldn't live, it's just me and G.
Yeah.
So what's on your mind?
Hey, let me be honest, man. Mine is a bit different.
Okay.
So the other day, I was sleeping on my slumberland bed. Yeah.
No endorsement.
Then I opened my eyes. I was like, hey, what's going on here? Then I realized, what with these Raymonds, man? Raymonds is the future. Huh? Yeah, and I still
no endorsement.
I still have a Raymonds blank. So I wake up, and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? I'm feeling hungry. Yeah? So I go to the kitchen to make my usual breakfast.
Which is?
Yeah? White coffee. Yeah? No racism, by the way. Yeah? I've not said black coffee. White coffee.
Yeah, the one that's become
But then I
sensitive.
go shop to buy milk, and I find their milk has been raised from 50 bob to 60 bob. What kind of world are we living in, man?
I don't know what I was saying.
What is coming next, by the way?
They will slaughter all the cows that no milk no more.
I'm telling you, man.
But baby powder.
Hiyo nimekataa.
Kama baby powder.
It is baby milk.
Nani?
Me, by the way, I won't lie to you.
Cow milk is baby milk. Because it's for the baby.
No, it's not. It's not good.
Let me finish, man. Me, to be honest, let me not lie to you guys at Icon, man. I'm thinking of moving to Muranga, man. Like, where things are cheaper, man. Like, in Nairobi, there's a friend of mine once who came from Uganda to visit me. And he said,
I would let that pass.
He
But
said,
Sakura, they are always cheap, bro. Muranga, no problem.
Muranga is the place, man. It's heaven. Eh? Eh?
Why
There's a friend of mine who came from Uganda, and then things are cheaper there.
Why Muranga?
Because Marsabit is far. Marsabit is far.
Unajaribu kusema
You've refused to give us Gania 1, Mazen.
Nairobi ama what is it trying to say?
Yes, he said
Maziwa kama imepanda in Nairobi, si hata Muranga bado ni 60 bob tu.
natural, manze. Inatoka from the car straight to your mouth.
Let me tell you something. That is not true. You know, guys in Kenya like eating fried fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
They love fried fish. Eh? Do you know fish is more expensive in Kisumu
Yeah.
than it is in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go eat fish in Kisumu, that same fried fish, yeah, it's way more expensive. Yeah, hapa Nairobi, ukienda, let's say Nairobi West, 300. Up was like 800. You know, so it doesn't mean because it comes from a certain place that it's cheaper.
The fact that is that it's become too expensive.
Yeah, food has become everywhere that you go, whether it's supermarket, whether it's town, wherever you like. Me, I like going to Mudurwa market, man. But even prices have gone up there. You know, so everything is like this is just even before elections. So I'm asking myself, what is going to happen after elections with all these promises people are making? Like they're going to give us a better society. Will that change the price in our pockets?
Maybe the 6,000 shillings Raila is telling us. Maybe.
I'm waiting to get it. Let me tell you, I'll be the front of the line for waiting for that 6,000. 6,000 is very useful right now.
Yeah, I don't see that 6,000 coming.
Ain't no shame in my game. I'm going for that 6,000 shillings. Plus Ruto's wheelbarrow. I'll go for it all.
Oshea, tukinyonga watu 15 years ni kamlaki. And we are lucky, and we are good, that we are at home.
We do not
Oshea,
support
do you want the
violence.
wheelbarrow?
Wait,
Do you want the
sorry.
wheelbarrow?
Jimmy, we don't support violence here at Echo Radio. I have to put that out. Okay, so that leads us into our... that leads us... You guys, I mean literally, yes, I've missed you guys, but I've not missed the disorder. Can we now have one meeting? All right. Now that leads us into the topic of the day, and that is, what place does music, especially Kenyan hip hop, have in politics today? We do have a lot of politicians now reaching out to the youth to come out and speak for them through music. And we also have a lot of artists as well. In fact, there's so many. How many people in your friends list have joined the politics game? How many people are vying for MCA?
Saying if your family doesn't have anybody in MCA, your family is very down.
Mine is down. Okay, hakuna hata mmoja.
Hata msister?
Hata side zote mbili hakuna mtu.
Even your cousin akona wakati watana.
Hata cousin. Hata second cousin na third cousin hakuna. As we know where to, we need to look for the money.
I'm working with artists right now who are vying to be MCAs, and in that sector. So I know what's going on there. But let's be honest, they just take a song and flip it, in support of what they want to do, hoping these politicians will come and pick it up.
And that's the thing. Like, again, the question is, like you said, what place does our music have within the politics? And how seriously is it taken? Is it taken now taken seriously in the fourth year leading up to the elections, or is it taken seriously all around? Because, again, still, there are a lot of guys hungry. Let me tell you. And I have to give respect to everybody who reaches out, because it's not easy. People are so used to being turned down by, radio stations and stuff like that. But there's so many guys reaching out, trying to put themselves out there. And I'm sure, Benard, you also have the same experience with, your underground show on KBC. How many people reach out trying to get their music out there?
Yeah, a lot of people, and like on the show, I will get like many people, many artists who are hungry, who want to get their music to you, But then, is this music as form of entertainment or as a tool to use?
Right. Exactly. That's the question. Like now, G, you're in the heart of Dandora. There's so many that you guys produce from there. How do you see their careers, especially now?
If I could say, when people are coming up, it's a good time for observation, because not every kid will end up being a footballer or whatever he's doing. But with time, with consistency, you can see they want to come through, yeah? And a lot of them, it's sad, because now music is starting to become like football, where you had a dream about football, but everybody knows it's not going anywhere. The people who will make it out of football, like, Lies, the Kadis of Lies, and Nani, Mariga, they are very less. And that's because the infrastructure, music, and entertainment, and sports is not even a right now. For example, from the politics, right now is when politicians know the power of the voice of artists. That's what they're running to. After
Now.
when they get what they're getting,
Out.
Disappear.
and I can give you the example. We say that in Anania, this guy
Toa high voice hapo mazee.
Nyadundo.
Oh my God.
Au ni MP? Nyadundo. Nikifanya nini? Wananigeukia.
Oh, Jaguar. Nyadundo. How do we go from Jaguar to Jaguar?
Oh, the Jaguar.
Something about that.
So Akina Jaguar, we know, when we start with them, Akina Jaguar, Akina KJ, all these artists come. Let's say artists, we can't say musician, man, so many artists, One of them wanted to be elected, and they promised. And when the time came for them to deliver, guess what? Even they were sending messages, even come a post, like, hey, you were saying, the phone should be different, you can be calm. But as if he's forgetting where he came from. The problem is Kenya, watu want to get comfortable, na sawaje kesho. Na kesho bado tarudi kwa ground ataanza kuomba kura. But Kenya is a corrupt country. The hated person will always be there in your face every day. Lakini kufa mbele yake, as much as you hate him. Watu wangapi waliocha Moi na walikuwa wanachukua Moi na Moi waliwapiga torturing. Wengi na Moi ndio aliliwa last. Ndio waacha hapo kupiga makelele. He doesn't care, bro. Life inaendelea. Unajua at the end of the day life inago. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is we'll have to fight. Even after we play party independence, we'll have to fight again for even to keep the independence. Because if you can't do whatever you're doing for free, you have to fight to maintain that freedom.
Nitakuinterrupt. Yeah. Whatever unasema iko na hiyo hypocrisy, unajua. Mnaongea about kufight. And each time msee anatoka hapo nje kufight, mna sit back, mna watch, msupport. Small Slido alikuwa na fight. Unaona 70% play KE music. Eric is doing the same thing. Hakuna mtu anawasupport. But ukikuja kwa interviews,
Can I fire close?
I'm aiming at Oshea. You're in the station which plays KE music.
Toa bazooka.
Yeah.
Listen, hold up. Before we continue, we're going to take a short break. This is getting too much. We're coming back at Oshea when we come back after the break. Way too heated up in the studio. The last leak. Wait. First of all, I'm not even going to introduce the show. You guys already know the show. Let's get straight into it. Oshea was saying, just repeat what you said and then now repeat what you said.
Yeah, nimesema kuna hypocrisy, yeah? Like
Mafrenemies wengine
kaa G-rongi. Mtu kaa G-rongi. Maze unafaa kupractice Kenya, una preach bana. Ukisema unafaitia Kenyan music ufaitie. Si ati unasema tu kwa mic alafu uko nje hakuna kitu ina happen. Eric anafanya kitu mna hate. Small Slido akifanya kitu mna hate.
Eric Omondi.
But who are they doing for?
Okay, I know vile anafanya si vile inatakikana, but at least he's doing something. Yeah?
Let me tell you.
Instead of there was a time nilitoa ngoma na Jimmy, nilipeleka kwa huyu msee anaitwa nani, mzazi guy, William Duva. Small nilifanya show na yeye, nilifanya hip hop up na yeye.
Story iko kupeleka ngoma kwa Small Slido.
Oh my God.
No, mzazi.
Alafu msee unakaa kwa club unategea mpaka morning na ngoma zinacheza hapo zote ni za TZ na za UG. Yeah? Na hiyo show inafanyika in Kenya. Yeah? Na the same guy.
Na tu ametoka wapi?
Yeah?
Ametoka wapi?
Mimi hata sitaki kujua ni wapi. As long as anafanyia show Kenya inafaa kucheza 70%. As long as it's in Kenya. Play KE music.
Listen.
Yeah?
I gotta hear from Benard first.
Yeah.
Before we continue, because I got a lot to say. But let's hear from Benard
Let me
first.
pick it from where,
Yes. It was God's blazing.
Yeah, it's when, let's say, Smalls picked up that battle, could take upon himself, who changed the game,
MCSK,
yeah, that time. It was his own view, And artists always, they're the rulers, They make their own laws, they come up with their own policies, and they all expect people to either dance to it or follow them, And sometimes when it takes charismatic leaders or leaders whose time has come for them to rally people around them. You know, at that point, Smalls was, I'll say, rap. You know, no hip hop, rap. Smalls was the thing, you know, rap.
Yeah,
you know,
the common mwananchi time.
yeah, but no hip hop. You know, but no hip hop.
You going?
So he rallied people. He rallied people, you know, and a few people tried to listen to him.
Manzi hata kama unachukia mse tulia, wacha
No,
tu.
si mimi nimesema, wewe umesema.
What about it?
That's the name of his album. He was just a common mwananchi.
Siri name ya album
Yeah, he
yake.
said that.
Yeah.
I'm Smith, you may
Na
say.
nitaleta small snakes.
Wait.
Bugo yetu sikia hii
Today
story.
is all about Smalls little, okay?
Amesema, it was his own idea.
Yeah, it was
So he was just a common mwananchi idea.
So he was on top of his game
At that time, he was like he could lead, you know,
influence people.
That's what he thought. I don't know whether it was the right time or not, you know.
Timing.
No,
He was running hip hop hookup. He was doing what is it called, that secret lounge.
Yeah, and now if you do that at that point of your time, where does history place you? You know, so we are just observers. You know, we're just observers.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we were observers, where did history put him? You know, and maybe in recent happenings, has it vindicated him? How he acted then? You know, what has happened? You know, we all know. What has unfolded recently and all that, but no delving so much into it, you know. Has he been vindicated, you know?
He hasn't.
I don't know.
You guys are like,
I know.
I don't know, but
conspiracy theories.
Because
man.
hip hop
But-
is not there still.
yeah, but
And
again,
he did not rebuttal what
yeah,
SSK
but
said.
again,
actually.
it required a more a charismatic person, you know, to lead that fight, you know, because look at what I'll put battles zile zimepiganiwa za muziki or people who pioneer, like let's say, you know, Poxy began it. Poxy went to the side of law. Policies tried to approach it that way, you know.
Serious.
So when Smalls came in, what was his approach?
So kama
What
kila
was
jia
his-
wafanye mimi nifanye.
There's
No,
no
that's not
problem.
wrong.
There's no problem.
Like,
no, I'm not even saying that. I
Even
can even
in
go
that
to that
battle,
direction.
a lot of hip hop heads were there.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Kenya was there.
Poxy like picked on policies. What did the rest of people come picked on?
And when we met Poxy,
You know,
That's a good point.
yeah.
That's actually a good point because there has been a lot of fights.
Yeah.
What are guys actually fighting
Actually,
for?
Poxy-
Before, yeah.
Poxy the one who started this thing, actually.
He
Look at
picked on
it.
policy and
He's the one
law.
who started it.
He pushed it to the law. Now what else is
So,
there?
you
Poxy,
guys,
Yeah.
you meet Poxy. The first thing he used to tell you, yo, may register MCSK. You need to
Yeah.
register. And
He
actually,
found out about that.
this and this
Yeah.
and this, you need to know
Yeah,
this law.
yeah.
I'm coming on as you featuring now. He was
Yeah.
talking like an
Yeah.
educate.
Yeah.
You know, small thing,
You know?
what he did?
You know?
Ali campaign
Don't
kidogo
take me
kidogo
to the
akazushia
roads,
MCSK kama
No,
organization
unajua,
kapatia dola
there's this
milioni.
thing,
Don't even
Baadaye
say
MCSK
this
ikakuja
thing,
kama
it's
watu
okay,
kafuja
no?
mambo.
One at a time. One at a time.
You
One
don't
at a
even
time.
need to talk,
It's
man.
okay.
Listen, one at a time. One at a time.
After-
One
Go
at a
to
time.
scale point. Go to scale point.
One at a time.
Jerome unasemaje?
Nimesema hivi,
Mhm.
whatever Small Slither did, he did it to campaign for his show ya hip hookup. Kuweka pressure MCSK. Unaona, kuweka
Personal level.
for personal gains, but unajua utarali wajinga wako wawili hapo wakina kimya kina nani, yani kuna wale maloud modhoro.
Those are your boys, man.
They are not my boys, bro.
Okay, but
You are
then
more my boy than them.
okay, let me ask.
After
Thank
hapo
you for
alifanya
that.
hivyo, you know what happened? All of a sudden, for example, mimi niko nimeenda show, tumeagree hii pesa inalipwa. Every week pesa inaenda kipungua. Mpaka mara ya mwisho I was
on your show.
no, I want you to understand how it was. Yani how people are using power for wrong reason for their own self gain. Alafu anaingiza watu kwa hiyo battle. Watu wanakuja full 100 wakidhani sisi ndio tunafaitia, but baadaye wanapokuwa. Unaona? Hivyo ndo Smalls alifanya. Alirali watu wakaenda MCSK nini 90% ama whatever. Akapigwa show. Si akina mpaka akina JMO General alimsaidia kuandika proposal akapata hiyo hip hop hookup. But what started happening? The people he was calling to rally ndio wanawaosha pesa. And as in, do you know
Okay, so much to like for a person, one person, like we cannot like lead all the our discussion with him. But now, like where does on what pedestal does history place him? You know.
I think
as Poxy, what was he supposed to do? You know.
I think there's a
I would
question.
rather focus on what Poxy was doing because it brings it back to the story of policies.
Whatever he did got him killed.
But you know what?
MCSK is not a joke.
But you know,
I'm a mafia. If you play a bad game, they kill you.
Apart from MCSK, apart from all these societies, I'll tell you one thing. Let's look at history. Yeah, anywhere in the world, it's a fact. Yeah, when people come up, what they do is they come up with a campaign. That campaign looks sweet when it comes up, something that everyone wants to jump on with. But the question that all of you are asking, which I also agree with, is who benefits from those things that people do. Usually, a lot of times, it's not the people who are trying to get invested into those things. The person who benefits is the creator who comes behind it and says, this is what I think, you guys should jump on board. And so, even the people who are endorsing him, they don't see the crowd. They see that one individual. And I think that's the biggest problem. People come with these campaigns.
But in everything we do.
But that's what I'm saying. Hold on. I'm saying, even if we look at, whether we look at music, whether we look at politics, whatever we look at, it's always the same thing. So at the end of the day, when we talk about Most Lethal and we talk about Eric, at the end of the day, my question is this: is it for us or is it for them? Who is it for?
I think it's for the future generation. Because if you don't
at this point, if
you don't do it now, it will be all in vain. And these people are getting powerful. Bro, there's people in MCSK who at end month wanakanga hivyo napigwa mshahara. Je, waona tujue kina nani lakini check inaendanga. MCSK took 1 billion bro, watu kapigwa pesa ngapi? 24 million. It's the same
thing that happened with this friend of mine. He's a friend of mine, but I'll pull it out on the spot because I know what happened is real. That's more Sokoth. Right? He was the head of MCSK, right? Yeah. There's a story that he walked. There's a story. Yeah, but at the end of the day, let me tell you something, Oshea. You all know me. I don't care. I don't care if you're my friend. I care about facts. That's what I care about. And the thing is, at the end of the day, hold on. At the end of the day, that case even went to court. It even went to court. But guess what? Because Morris is a lawyer, even before all of this, he knew how to go through, maneuver through the system. And he's one who came out clean out of it. So that's why there's still an issue till today with the MCSK. It doesn't matter who comes in place, the game has already been set forth. So people know how to calm the game. That's the problem.
Listen, I love all the truth. Wait, okay. 2 seconds.
Okay. You see a good example here in the name. You see BLM right now. You know why it's BLM? They are being taken to court. You know what they did? They rallied people, they helped out people, then they were given money, then they went to buy houses in white people's places. But now, wanakujiwa kulizoniaje, hata wametolewa Amazon hiyo ya kupledge ya kuchangia. They were ripping people off. Nyinyi mnajamishwa kwa Black Lives Matter, kumbuku nyuma mtu anadosika. They bought big thing. So some people just rally people up. They are equal for the cause.
Sibora your voice for the people.
You don't need money, you don't need anything. You just need your voice.
Just because you don't want to be branded as a CG benefiter, ati uwezi enda kufight. Sasa we all like tutakaa tungoje gava wafanye kitu.
On that note, Oshea will come back with that. We'll come back with that.
Moment, Caris, and lazima zikam.
Let's take a break.
We'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back with what Oshea just said. Who is the benefiter from all of this? We'll be right back after this.
Icon Radio.
I can't even finish saying the vault because it's been too much.
It's not your fault.
It's not my fault. It's just the vault. It's been such a hidden show so far, but we would love to hear what you think. Be sure to hit us up on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and that is all on Icon Radio KE. Our WhatsApp number is 078380030. But also our WhatsApp number is 0783838. Guy, Jesus, I need water. No. Listen. You are streaming us on www.iconradio.co.ke. Please weigh in on the topic today, which has gone from here to there. Where we've gone from Jaguar to Tonyadunda, but it's okay. We are getting back on track. I'm telling you. So, where did we leave it off?
King Kong. We forgot King Kong.
King Kong. Oh my gosh.
King Kong also was a fighter.
Yeah, he did fight.
He fought for it.
Nalikuwa katikati hiyo
King Kong alishinda kile kikombe akamwambia maisha ni tough kango. Because
You know,
the
for
record
real.
of Gong Studios.
For real, if you talk about King Kong, I used to be with him in the studio, and that was those sides of Kilmani where the studio was. Wilnut Studios, And the thing is, I can tell you, King Kong was a fighter, man.
Yeah.
He believed in what he did. He went through a lot of things in life, but he never. I can tell you this: he never gave up. You know, he kept on rocking on, and that's one thing I give props to him about.
That's why them love him.
I think I know who killed him, and if you want to know who killed him, just ask who ate the
No.
G, we'll give you your own.
Okay, the one who
We're in the podcast
ate the last
room.
supper
We will
is
give you
him.
your own
The one
podcast.
who ate the last supper is
I think
him.
what Judas. The Judas.
He ate the last supper, and after he ate that last supper, he never ate again and alienda Medi. So the guy who was with him in that last supper,
So he kissed him on the cheek like Judas.
yeah.
Before we
Judas
get,
get kissed too.
Okay.
all right. Before we get into, we left off where we asked
Who are the benefiters?
Yes.
Who are the benefiters? The frontliners.
Yes, because it said that, because I've heard this for a very long time, and it's rumors only, for a very long time.
Wrong time.
Wrong?
Okay.
It's wrong, but it's
You need
a
one.
long
But
time.
it's long.
But yes, so
Are you
so I've been hearing that, yes, the fighters who are said to be fighting are the benefiters. They're the ones who will go and put themselves in the roster. And rumor has it that they will clear for the people they're actually fighting for. That they'll have theirs, they'll get their money, but they're also getting for the rest. And they end up benefiting more than the artists who are being fought for. And it surprises me because last year artists actually showed receipts of how much they were getting. A K 600 at the most.
Just mainly got 1,000 baby.
1,000 really, Saskia.
And I was
At
like,
least.
oh God.
At least.
At least.
Calligraph alizusha alirusha 24 bob.
Afadhali Calligraph bana, Sauti Sol wako wane, watashare aje dhao mbili.
At least punch.
So as in like
Calligraph
literally
24 bob, bro. You see jokes. Mimi saona nilipigwa 1,000 mbili mpaka niko like bombo kla. Hivyo tu nilikuja tu mwaka nimesonda. Hapo unatembea kuzusha unasikia katululu kamelia.
Yetu ni gogo. Unaenda kubai BG na imeisha.
Hata sikuwa na hata bro, nilikuwa naenda kuta mzee Benard nimwambie za ndondo, nikaona kakangu kaona rasi 50.
But guys walichukua hizo pesa
yeah.
na wali get comfortable. Hakuna mtu aliongea.
Sure bro.
But okay, listen.
Forget about the hashtag.
Human nature. When you get money in your pocket, are you gonna speak anymore?
Myra, I want you to convey this question. I'm asking kama yako any member in MCSK.
Is MCSK, first of all, it was disbanded. It has been disbanded so many times. Please, all of them, and they're still there.
They announced the other day. They're
when you
looking
member
for
MCSK?
members for posts.
Myra, uliza kama ni member MCSK huyu.
Mimi si member.
Who's the member? Prisk, Camp, any of them?
Prisk.
Any member of Prisk?
You're taking a risk, bro.
And maybe with the passage of the new copyright bill, which has increased collection locations skiza
Imefightiwa na Ilipomondi
ambayo
imefightiwa na Ilipomondi
to 62% or something.
Right now,
the new bill that was passed a week ago.
Yeah.
You know, and also sets up this board that will be making, if I play the song, it will internally record it, you know, like accessing the code.
Okay, G, because you guys have lapel mics, we need to hear what he's saying. Sorry, just give him a minute. You're saying?
Yeah, the new bill, you know, the new law,
okay.
The copyright law that was passed, you know. Like a week ago, you know, and just increases the allocation, skiza tunes, you know. And that's been one of the more direct way
making money,
you know.
Okay.
But it's been lost in laws and policies, because I remember I did attend one forum in convened Safaricom, you know, about one host your platform skis and all that. And they tried to tell MCs why they could not make the money they were supposed to make. The CMOs hapo katikati, you know, and that was by law. So, you know, so MCs were being called and told, and that was like 3 years ago. So to see that kusoma hiyo bill imepitishwa, and now there's even a body that will be able to like trace, you know, have all those logs sent and everything put out there in black and white. good
So is
news,
it
I think, for you.
is it an independent body or it will be under government?
By the government.
Unajua,
That's even-
for me, I can say one thing. It's a very good law, but it's like the question we can even ask Baba. We believe in you in 6,000, but we need Fikias. We have
Yeah,
no
but
problem.
since
We
now
know
that-
like
now that-
that-
yeah,
yeah,
but
so
it means that all these years, all the opinion collecting views could happen from Jawasani, what they've been wanting to see, imeanza kuimplementiwa. Hawaja come tu wakasema wanakam.
But kurudisha kwa mkono wa gava.
Actually,
To govern
We're in
the
Kenya.
how else will you? No,
But
let's say
this
we
is
need someone.
empowering.
We need someone who will stand above and just do it for
And
the
you
people.
trust and you
know,
trust the government.
That's what we always hope when we elect someone. Even the voters is not wrong. The voters
I
is
don't,
not wrong.
I don't trust the government.
You know.
Tu ikuwe tu independent body hivyo tu.
But even the independent bodies,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Akina Priest and Akina Camp, they're independent bodies.
Yeah.
Has it worked?
But at least people are getting like 2,500.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, that's a narrative that I don't understand.
but
The
yeah,
at least.
that's what I was
narrative.
saying.
Yeah.
The problem with Kenya is this. The problem with Kenya, our big problem is this. We live in the at least society. That,
It's true.
That I haven't gotten this, but at
At
least
least.
nilipata kidogo. Sikupata
You guys
chai,
are ganging- you're
sikupata
ganging on me,
ngoja,
but-
sikupata chai, lakini at least nilipata mkate. You know, that's how
Yeah.
we live in that.
Change is
And
so
you see the
nice.
thing is, we also live in this society
Yeah.
where you have
The
someone.
government
Hold
weighs-
on. Goja,
government weighs-
one comment. Let me finish mine. We live in this society, where when you tell someone, "Can you meet me?" they'll say, "I'll try to meet you." Do you know it's easier to do something than to try to do something? You know, and the problem is we're living in that try and at least society. So the thing is, even when we get that 2K, even if we get 3K, is that what we're owed? Is that what we're worth?
I also have a problem with that at least thing, because you put in money to hire a producer. You put in money to go to do your recordings. You put in money for promotion. Does all that equate to 2,500 or 1,200 shillings? And this is a music at the end of the day is a business.
But with government, hata hiyo hauoni. Hautaona.
That's at least
With government.
The art of
No,
remuneration.
Yeah, remuneration. So how do you
Yeah,
discover
government,
remuneration?
They send us MCSK send us their minutes of what they've been doing, how they talked, how much money they collected, and how much money is gonna be disbanded. I'm telling you guys. Do you know how many we are watu wameregister MCSK? We are like, I think back ile time ya kwanza walisema we are 20,000 people, so kasema no, tuko 20,000 people, so they added 6,000 ghost artists. So blood waliteta wakasema ni 15,000. So 15,000 watu wakigawana 1 billion, everybody is saying hata watu 16,000 dollars siku moja waambiwa niaje nyinyi undeni sako doing something with this 1 billion. Yeah. Do you know tulipewa pesa ngapi kwa hiyo 1 billion? Waligawanisha 24 million. Alafu akasema ingine yote ni kwa administration. Mimi naenda MCSK na jamaa CEO amekuja na Range Rover hapo na mwangalia zile like motherfucker.
And I just said that, hey, yeah.
That's my money.
Or maybe
Treasure.
fail to take the bull by its horn in this war.
Because some are getting paid.
Why? The artists have let themselves down. They fail to take the bull by the horn.
Yeah, you know the funny. You know the
They even
funny.
offered roles to lead. By what do they do? Those
But
roles?
you know the funniest thing when you
Yeah.
sign with these when you
Come
sign
on,
with these
yeah.
when you sign with these organizations, right? There's an agreement that you sign with them.
Yeah.
There's things that are stated, but funny enough, those things that are stated are not met. That's what the problem is. You know, everywhere you go, every job that you do, there's a contract, there's an agreement. Everything is stated, But the thing is, these artists, you can also understand where they're coming from. Yes, what Benard is saying is true. They're given that position, they don't want to step up. But at the same time, you need to step up and quit also complaining. You need to look at what you need to do to make progress happen.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll not be happy. I not say that we'll not be happy,
I
but
think-
right people, people
Yeah.
who match, you know.
And for me, I can say one
Yeah.
thing I would like to say. You see in Kenya, and everything's changed. You need radical people. But you see radical people, they are very dismissed, like nearly crazy, and so adventurous. but it's either to
You allow them to
corruption.
put you in a
Hata siku za COVID nilikuwa nasemaje, watu wakukufa wakubaki because hata waki mtu anasema oh bro it's true, watu wana dedi wakubaki because that's the reality. Same thing na corruption, it's either tuendelee na corruption ama tuimalize yote kabi, tusemage at least nini atujui na favor watu fulani. No, corruption ni watu wengi. Alikuwa tangu nani yule jamaa alikufa wale walikuwa youth, alikuwa producer Bruce Odhiambo. Mimi sikuwa na feeling na Bruce Odhiambo. Lali dedi kwa subgroup ya maana samani siko Bruce Odhiambo, niliwaambia nini? Mungejua jamaa alikula pesa ya mayutu wa maana ngapi kile tunawanda kwa watu wako unemployed, vijana wanaiba wanauliwa, alafu mko hapa mnasema this guy was good. Why? And because one day alinipa mgo kama one day aliniingiza studio bure. Bro, nilikuwa napata jeshi ya tingli. Wameosha studio. Ndio kuja kurekodia ya tingli. Alafu ndio sometimes me I'm like,
but you know that
people talking. You know, either you become radical or shut the fuck up and you chill.
But you know that. But hold on.
You don't decide. You don't decide to be that.
But you know the strangest thing.
That's like the paradox of it all.
But you know the strangest thing,
Me bro, mimi hata nikienda MCSK wananionanga tu hivi. Ama vipi wanajua here come trouble, here come the change.
But that's
I speak my mind like
Okay, let's hear from Jimmy.
That's enough. I want to talk about the external now, not the internal. We're talking about the internal. The other funny thing, I was talking to an artist that I've been working with in Uganda. Now, Uganda doesn't have any of these societies, doesn't have any of these publishing companies. So you know the way they look at Kenya? We are so lucky that we can get our music played on radio, we can make something from it. They don't know the whole story. But they look at us like we're lucky because they don't have that system involved. But all the time I ask myself, when they tell me that, are we really lucky? Are we really benefiting from any of this? You know, because a lot of times what happens is there's a certain time in the year, they put out a certain time when you're supposed to give, your money's supposed to be collected. And they say we're collecting on your behalf, and then we're supposed to give it to you. So you're waiting there, you're relying because you put your sweat, blood, and tears in what you do. But you're not seeing anything come back from it. But like G-rongi say, you go over to the offices, you see a guy pulling up.
Okay,
You know?
I gotta finish off with asking each one of you, what would be your most ideal change to all of the things we've stated today, starting with Benard?
I just try to rise up and do it.
Do something.
Yeah, do it. There's no one, you'll have no people, you know, you don't do it for no one but yourself, and then where you want to go, the road must be clear for you from when you're beginning to the end of it all. You know, that's why we see guys as young as 16 rapping about stuff that, you know, when they're 23, you can't trace that in their face, but they told you they're 16, you know, they saw it all, they already did it, they'll say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oshea?
Yeah, me, I don't have much to say, but if I say one thing, play Kenyan music. Yeah, that's all.
Bottom line.
75%.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
We need to see why they're not playing Kenyan music. Africa is a very educative place. Music is about to educate society of courage. If you claim to play your 90%, music will change. People won't be demanding wimbo za sex peke yake. They also have different kind of, and that's what the people are afraid of. Because sababu, they won't be allowed to play music, because even conscious music will come. Alafu unajua all music is being monetized na vitu kama hizo. So the type of music they don't want to play. If they want to play, what they play, we should do is, what are they playing music that doesn't have substance? Because they want to dumb down the society. That's even MCSK. A lot of people who are like, wamekuwapo for so many years, they're so frustrated with everything wanna do. They just wanna get out of it. Unajua, they don't wanna deal with it because it's frustrating. You'd rather just go do your life. But you say mara tumoja is either you just bala kushinda hapa, hey bro, nasikia kuna kocho. So you just go to the toilet and shit and come back and sit down and life goes on. You know, simple. But hey, nasikia kuna kocho kisa kutoka hapa. Nini? You go hata muache ama just shut up ama forget about it. Unajua? But also kuna a lot sai vile government tunasema inatupatia hizo laws za niza kutrace hizi vitu, maybe so far so good where we are right now. Super like na Nairobi Kabaka walikuwa back in the days, unajua. But for me, I just want to go and hang everybody.
That's
Jimmy.
G-rongi.
Yes.
Yeah,
Julie.
I think first of all, it begins with us or me as an individual. There's a comment that says, my biggest enemy is my inner me.
Mm.
You know, you got to look at yourself first. Yeah, I'm scared. Let me repeat it. My biggest, the problem with people is this, the biggest enemy is the inner me. Because the thing is, they're always looking at someone else to do something for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I mean by that is, if you feel that something is not right, do not succumb to it because you feel you're going to get a small shilling here, a small shilling there. Because what's going to happen is, people always look at you like that's what you're worth. You got to know your worth and fight for your worth.
Right.
You know.
Right. Wise words all around. We're going to take a very short break. We'll be back after this. We got some amazing artists in studio. We're going to introduce them afterwards. But Benard, thank you so much for being here with us. It's been an enlightening conversation, and you're welcome back anytime to the vault, because listen, you become our people officially. You can roll with the big boys officially. And then please let guys know how they can listen to your show and where they can listen to your show.
Oh yeah, I feel welcome. I think thank you for the kind words. You're the big boys. Oshea, Owino is my friend on Facebook.
It's Timbo Gang.
The model.
From back then, the BeatMekah pia. Tunafanya mambo poa sana.
Hapo kwa kilo cha haki? No, Benard actually.
Labda tumeikiuza ni tu that kuna stream moja tumeistadi yani basi sana. Yeah, so it feels great. And for sure, people can family too more.
Right. Your show and what time?
The underground, used to be on radio, but 5 years I think tumechimba enough.
Okay.
Tunavuna saa hii. So
Podcast.
yeah, we have podcast.
Actually ni kuzuri sana.
Yeah, tunafanya podcast na kama Kishaka with the same name, the underground,
Okay.
So, and it's all about going for the conscious rappers. Guys who have conscious content could not be a rapper, but maybe a painter or any other 4 or 5 of the components are hip hop.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
And also we tend to feel, really feel, because we know like we're here to do this and all that. No, we just are walking our lives.
Right.
This the root part,
Yeah.
And this is, we tend to bring this saturate the common or the popular talk or popular literature, with this consciousness that has been in this studio, this building,
Right.
Get out there, let's
Right.
live that life.
Right.
It's so beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
Dope stuff. All right. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with the artists in the house. Icon Radio.
Woza kama kawa, unajua tena DGI Brandem Icon Radio kama kawa, another day, another cipher, another vault. Leo niko na my beasts in the hood. Usipime.
Yo.
In the left corner,
I am Tangale.
Pime. Katikati ya mzee mzima.
Yo, ni kama dawa mzee mnaitwa Mtiso.
Baba. Kushoto de. Nisachafua kifua.
Left next the name aka Sparky.
Pime. Hizo ni marata tamadhande. Pime kama kawa. Dope sana. Nimekuwa nikiongea na mzee mzima for some time, tumekuwa tukichapiana, unaondoshia mangoma hapa na pale, unazisikizia, maybe ka timing kidogo ndio pia kaja kuwa ka point, lakini unajua pia scheduling na vitu kama hizo. Lakini nilijua utakuja tupatane na vitu kama hizo, alafu unajua tulianzisha kamtoka. Ndio pia tujuniaje. Tumekuwa tukisikiza ma tools zenyu mzee mzima na mkopoa. Na pia anashikarisha maybe pia ma situations zinafanya mpaka vitu zisiende juu, lakini ile njia mnakaa mnani kitu tunaweza sema mkiipatia like mwania bado mnaendelea tu hasa hapo. Vitu zinaweza funguka in a different ways, ndio? Inshallah. Ile kuulizia tu mnakamrea kamjua, yani apart from majina individual, yani jina crew.
Okay, crew yetu inaitwa Beasthood 1960.
Yeah man.
So Beast ni basically inamaanisha be everything and stay true to your hood.
Mmenisikia?
Beast.
Kabisa.
1960. We are a community based organization where tuna deal with sports, music and environment. currently sasa tuko kwa competition fulani. I think hiyo competition pia imekuwa D, inaitwa Changing Faces competition.
Uko Hip Hop City.
I think
so.
Transformation hizo pande za DTL na huko.
Yeah.
So pia iko mtaani Changing Faces competition.
Nice.
Na Beasthood ikiwa among one of the community based organization groups zenye zinafanya fit huko mtaani. Tumepartner with other 6 groups. Sasa tuko na kiwanja yetu inaitwa Calvary pale. Reclaim.
Kwa hiyo nikuulize, kwa hivyo mko Mboi. Na kumbe si mistari tu. Ni family kubwa. Na si ati mistari tu.
Na si mistari peke yake.
Yaani a lot zinafanyika. Buda, yani ndio the real ghetto ambassador.
Jo.
You're changing umeniambia face
Changing faces,
yeah man.
So like hiyo kiwanja tunai beautify graffiti, tupande miti, tuone kama tunaweza tengeneza child friendly spaces za watu kucheza.
Unajua pale mlika mdando basi. Ni hapo kwetu tu kambi.
I think
Barua Down. Ile place mlipata na Charles.
Ilikuwa ni benchmarking. Charles ndio mwenye shughuli.
Charles alipigia movie yake.
Bado.
Mnafahamu mjue poa personal. Nisimuone tu hivyo tu. Ni jamaa mpaka pia out of life vile mayouth tunataka kutransform hood, unajua
kuna vision poa kwa mayouth sana. Tunashukuru.
Mbona kuingia hapo mnipiga kama chai sana ni hapo tu mtu kama mlishikia Barua Down.
Unajua
ukienda Barua Down
wageni tunavuta ile ambayo tumekuja nayo
kabisa. But hata on bro Charles ni bro wangu mkubwa actually. Charles ni bro wangu mkubwa. Lakini matake Charles bro yake pia aitwa Mose pia anasimamia MCA. Unajua na Mose pia huduma projects za garbage collection nini. Charles vile alitoka ku come through haikuweza kufit in. So yeye alijisunda huko hivi down mzae. Mnaenda kuchungulia mnaona jamaa amepiga transformation. Alafu anala watu hii wakam. Unajua. So ni the same
the same to project.
Kwa hivyo ni ku reclaim ma spaces zote kabla majeshi magraba lini come through. Ma parking manini zote zimekuliwa.
Manza tulikuwa na rada. Unajua information ni kitu key sana. Usipokuwa na information manza utaendelea tu unadhulumiwa tu kila siku. But ukiona the right information or the right channel, hizi vitu zinasaidia community na zinatu empower.
You actually is a community.
Actually unapata zimepewa mandau asewa nyumba 10 na mawanji hivyo ndio wanazikulaga.
Actually mawanji hivyo ndio wamezikulanga. Ndio unajua pale ziko. Na unajua vile kana tembe. So ukulia kama miaka 10 nakwambia wekelea tu hapo wakikuja watu ji. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni pesa. Alafu anaacha mayouth man huko mama boy hata hawana space ya kufanya kitu. Kwa sababu sisi ndio tukuja tumekuko fulani maumao. Kuna madhani tango wa hukara sio kama mmeshemit. Alituambia ngaje? Freedom is never given, freedom is taken. Hakuna mtu atakuja kuambia this is your freedom. You have to take it. And also to have freedom, you have to create space. Ukiona space yako uko na freedom ya kudo anything. Unajua ukiona kama title dim zae uende ukojo hapo uchimbe chini uende ni kwako. Title yako uko na freedom ya kudo anything. So unaona sio tuombe reclaim space na mclaim. Tutakuwa na space even ya kuthink na even ya kudo mob. So unaona unaona tukareclaim yako kabisa huko fulani mumo tukakaseti na wasoka partner youth wanaweza come bila kukimbizwa iko nje na kuja wanakaa wanasema tuchoreaje saa hii positive things na happen na ni dope sana kusikia mnadu hizo ma reclaiming but I hope si ati place moja
si place moja ziko kadhaa mnafahamu tembee huko
tunafaa tutembee huko actually ndio mtembea lakini sasa mtembea tukiona kina nani kina Smadi background zetu zinakonga tu zile za unajua si
anapitishaga main road kama chochote
unafaa kuingia mandaki
kuja downtown
inaweza kuwa dope sana hiyo ni blessed sana na apart from Changing Faces ma project za kwanza
project ya kwanza kabisa I think tulido back in ilikuwa 2013 ama ilikuwa ni kitambo ilikuwa ni mixtape ilikuwa inaitwa Sante ama ilikuwa inaitwa Free Flow mixtape
Sante ilikuwa namba 7
I think
ilikuwa ngoma namba 7
good hizo ni vitu tunafaa tunasikiza lakini si mna ngoma zenyu
Ngoma zipo.
Tuna DJ wetu mkali sana mbaya sana hapa nitango AKE. So ingi tu inafaa ku
ngoma umse.
Ngoma yangu. Sasa kama ngoma yangu.
Sasa mtasikizana mtajua. Mzee mzima kupoa actually tunafaa tuzipiganishe hapa ndio watu wasikie yenyewe. Watu wabahatishi siku hizi. Kama vipi? So jina organization
Beasthood
196 so apart from changing faces na muziki
apart from hiyo tunado mentorship
dope
wasi wana ko interested na kufanya muziki
man.
Tuna guideline na mambo na songwriting na sahii kuna ka latest sign kwa hiyo nini yetu ni kamdota kangu
dope sana na nimekaona WhatsApp unaona WhatsApp
katakuwa na mixtape ina
anaimba ana sing
ni rapa na ni singer
zote nafunika uspire
na nini yake ina come through mwezi wa I think kama si mwezi wa 4 mwezi wa 5
already shaanza session
already tuko two songs in the project
bro mkidai come featuring na changa mimi na konga hapo come featuring mimi tunaweza penda kubiga pia inaweza kuwa dope sana
like dad like daughter itakuwa available too very soon but in the meantime tuko na our album ya Beasthood inaitwa So We Live
na matracks ngapi hapo ndani
kuna tracks 9 lakini track 9 mboko
alafu mnaiangusha wewe
tunaangusha nini
Tulikuwa tukam nayo last copy yenye tulikuwa nayo nenda jana
Simai sasa tufanye hivi unajua ndio home ya hip hop ndio home ya maati si ndio home ya usanii everything bro tutacheza ngoma zote bro tutacheza kuanzia intro mpaka outro kila kitu for the big up all for big up reasons kitu kiopoa kitu iko poa unajua na it's all about support tunapata sisi wenyewe hapa Icon Radio biashara ile tunafanya hapa bro tunataka kumix new na old school afu wasio kutani wa exchange mind unajua jumi kile najua naweza exchange na nyinyi ile naji mtakuwa nayo inaweza pia ni motivate unajua lazima tu exchange nene kitu tunacheki na good alafu hiyo ndio kitu watu wajokuwa kifanya hizo malinki za old school na new school either new school wasema nyinyi mulisha na old school walikuwa hata mushikia mtambui yani wrong but wasio kaida unaona tutata tatuaje hii mayai ndani ya thamos unajua hiyo mayai ndani ya thamos imekata kutoka so tunaambia na hii na thamos sifai kuvunji so tunajua tupige mawabaration moto baridi ama
tarusha nini
ndani tujue ime come through sasa mzee mzima unajua sisi kila session tunakuwa na masaifa ningefurahia tungepala kwa booth mzee mzima tuangushe masaifa de na kabla masaifa mimi naweza sema kama ni mimi naponga sana nyinyi mtu tu angejiachia tu kiroho safi aseme tu kujisikia kusema
haina noma
hata kupiga big kutuma salamu anything can happen ni dope sana
kufiti
mzee mzima tukianza na wewe chochote kile
manze Beasthood 196 on all platforms manze first things first I am Tangale pia platforms zote Facebook Instagram Twitter kila mahali shukran kwa hiyo
blessed sana
ni the only thing that kuambia ni I think uko kwa album ya mine ina drop September
nilisha record nafaa kukua unajua mimi nimeduma ngoma moja ndio record ndio niko like kurudisha kichwa nyuma bro 100 bro hata ukitaka tuna one of the biggest producer hapa ni sound engineer mnoma sana itango BeatMekah alikuwa mpaka kwa Dandorabani actually ni jamaa yani dope sound engineering everything on point unaona hata ukijisikia tunaweza kama nachukua kimbishi
sasa inaweza ama
tuko na
ni wewe tu sio kama sisi ni wewe tu au sisi tunatoka hapa tunaenda pale actually so hata hiyo kitu tunafaa kufanya pale tunaweza ifanye iko ni wimbo actually unajua tunaweza ifanye iko ni wimbo na tuzidi
tuko na evidence
bro unaponga 100 unaponga 100 mimi bora nyinyi mko ready made yani juu mimi si tunaona kazi pale bwana mzee mzima mtiso
so mimi sitaongea mob nasema tu mkae on the lookout. Beasthood tumekuwa for a long time Wasio hawajakuwa kijua the faces behind the songs zenye tumekuwa zikini. Sisi tulikuwa kuna album kuna mixtape tuliachilia inaitwa Enzi za Bluetooth. Utaipata kwa YouTube. Iko na like
kama cross. I think kama cross.
So the first Gengeton sindo tulidu iko over like 30k views kwa how many years ago.
It's na Bluetooth by the way.
Lazima utatoa suruale, chuma lazima irarendane.
I think nishasikia hiyo ngoma.
Washa Kolombo pia.
Alafu kuna nyingine kuna nyingine bado nimeona warembo wanazikura. Kwanza kuna mmoja nimeona tu mashatuki mkoro. Ameshinda mpaka kumove kichwa ni zile tu zimeshikania kwa tu. Lakini nzuri.
So we live.
Kashaji sahau ni doera. Yeah man.
Balika.
Maneno ya mwisho wa rambirambe.
Yeah
man.
Vile amesema mimi narudia tu.
Yeah bro.
BESTHOOD.
Nakusema
1960.
Yo.
Si 1960.
Ati 196
1960. Si 1960.
Ni 1960.
1960.
1960 ni
rutia gari.
Yeah. Bra kakang unajua tena usipime ndani ya nyumba leo
slogan inakoga gani
196
kuna kaujinga tumenusa mahali.
Na hiyo actually ndio kumalizia tukimalizia anga usipime. Blessed sana, karibuni sana.
Shukrani.
Yeah.
Icon Radio.